First of all, congratulations for not just your last two achievements, which is Fighter and Heeramandi, but for everything that you have done over the years.
Yes.
Because it takes a lot.
Yes.
But what I do want to ask you and start off this conversation is that, according to you, Sanjeeda, go back and think and tell me, what was the biggest sacrifice you have made to be where you are today for this success?
So I think my mother made sacrifices for me, and I think as a mother they will never say that, because they think that it's their responsibility and it's their duty, and they do it with so much of love, and they don't make you realize. But now, as years have passed by, when I think about it, I think the sacrifices what my mother has made for me in terms of just being with me, because I'm never I'm not the person who wants to stay alone in a city, and she's always been there as a pillar of strength, and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. And I think I am what I am today majorly because how my mother thinks and what she's taught me. So I think mothers make sacrifices. So probably I think you can ask my daughter what I do for her.
Oh, but that actually brings me to my other question also, which is that I'm sure you might often be asked about okay, what are the disadvantages or what are the challenges of being a single mother. I want to ask you, what's the biggest strength of being a single mother and a single parent?
My child is my biggest strength. I think, again, I think this whole concept of being a single mother or not a single mother, it doesn't matter. A mother is a mother.
Yeah.
A responsibility or a duty or the love and affection what I'll have for my daughter is going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
And she's somebody who, I think she's my biggest achievement in life. She's somebody who keeps me motivated to do good work. She's somebody who's giving me so much strength. And I think I'm more aware about myself. I am a much more patient person now because the kids teach you how to be patient.
Yeah.
And I am super, super strong, and I want to give the best to my child. So it doesn't matter being a single mother or not being a single mother. I think I want to make sure that the upbringing of the kid is that's my priority, that the upbringing has to be in the most positive atmosphere, and that is the most important thing, because मुझे लगता है एक बच्चा जो बचपन में देखता है ना वो impact बड़े होकर रहता है. So I want her surroundings to be great, and I'm glad the decisions what I've taken in life, she has given me the strength. So the child, I think a mother is born with a child.
Yeah. Sanjeeda, I have to tell you this. I'm a very strong advocate as a journalist, and I completely despair the whole conversation between a TV actor, an OTT actor, an influencer actor, or a big screen actor. And I'll say this why, because, and I have no qualms in admitting, that if today you pick any interview of mine with a TV actor versus anybody who does movies, my TV actor interview tracks way more.
Really?
Because of the visibility that a TV artist brings to the table. And second, TV is actually a distracting medium. Everybody watches that medium.
Yes.
And the reason why, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you all have to hold longer expressions is because you have to get the audience back to watching you guys. Because maybe, I'm somebody somewhere in the kitchen doing something, I must have missed something, so I have to come back and see what the show is all about. Probably that's not how it works on an OTT or even in a movie. However, Heeramandi as a show had its own paced out time, and expressions were supposed to be longer, withhold, so as it stays with the audience. I have to pay you a compliment. That is something that must have come to you so naturally because you've already done that, being a TV actor, right?
I won't deny to that, because I think TV has been my learning ground, and I think I've nurtured to be a better actor because of television. Again, I would repeat, I was not that great. Even I felt that when I was doing TV, and you keep improving, with every show, with every character what you play. And with years passing by, I felt there was a little growth in me as an actor. And again, as I think you rightly said about the OTT, because OTT is a platform which is a longer format.
Yeah.
The characters, they stay with the audience for a longer time. The process of, they breathe in with the show. It's a slow process for the characters to reach out to the audience, and it's beautiful. So I think also I think Sanjay sir is extremely he's so honest with his craft of work, and he's so honest to his actors that he exactly knows कि कैमरा रखना है अभी और इस emotion को hold करना है, and ये connection बनेगा audience के साथ. And that's why I think all the characters what he writes, they resonate with the audience and they stay with the audience. Whatever films also he's done, they stay in the audience's heart, and I'm so glad that my character Wahida, people they've when I was playing Wahida, it's not an easy character to play. It's flawed, it's complex, it's complicated, and there's so much arc to the character. And it's beautiful for me as an actor because I was challenged every day on set. And he's also not somebody, Sanjay sir, who'll keep the actors in their comfort zone. He'll bring you out of that comfort zone and make you something out of the box. And it's very refreshing for me as an actor because I was like, I needed Sanjeeda Bhansali to bring out the best from me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got the opportunity to work with, I call him superhuman.
No. Speaking of Wahida, you know, she's a character which has so many layers, okay? And I'm going to break it down what resonated with me as a woman. One, she's beautifully scarred, okay, which sort of brings her to a space where she has a slight inferiority complex
Yes.
about herself. At the same time, she has abandonment issues, you know, which probably most of us have dealt with it sometime or the other. And the whole little, you know, मुझे बोलते हैं ना मुझे acceptance चाहिए. All I'm seeking is acceptance, and you don't get it time and again. I want to ask you, when you've played a character that is so beautifully scarred yet damaged in some way or the other, did you sort of, you know, like get your own personal headspace or, you know, went into your own experiences to get it out? Or were you somebody who's such a, like, you know, action bola, so I'm detaching for every emotion to get that emotion out? Because it's not an easy character to play.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy character to play, but I think I needed a character like Wahida to, I think I'm born as an actor because of Sanjay sir again. So for me, I'm the kind of actor who is very instinctive. I think I believe in the process of instinctive acting. So if the director says action, then I become Wahida. But after cut, then I'm nowhere close to Wahida. Then I'm Sanjeeda. But I also enjoy the process. You know, you meet different sorts of actors, and when I know about their experiences and their process of working towards their character, they do that's method acting, right? They stay in the character and they be in that zone and all. It's also beautiful to see that side.
Yeah.
But I haven't reached that stage yet. I'm an actor who, you know, I discover about the character every day when you're, and again, I think OTT as a medium gives you that liberty to explore your character on a deeper level through a longer process. So for me,
but how are you so emotionally evolved? It takes a lot to do that. But एक time पे you're like, I'm like feeling pity for you, and the next moment I'm like, ये तो पागल है.
so see, this is so correct, because I am literally seeing the relationship of the audience changes with Wahida in every scene.
Yeah.
Because it's unpredictable. She doesn't know what she's up to. When people are like enjoying, she's somebody who's sulking, or when, you know, people are dancing, she's somebody who's not there, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that has worked for the character. She's very unpredictable, and you know, when you land up doing something like that, it's always exciting because you don't know what they're up to. तो करने में तो बहुत मजा आया, लेकिन I'm very happy कि audience has connected so well, and they've shown compassion towards the character, because that was one of the worry. I was like, इतना सब कुछ कर रही है, टेढ़ी है, और सब कुछ भी सीधे तरीके से नहीं करती है, उसका सलीका अलग है. तो सर ने मुझे बोला था कि वहीदा तुम कुछ भी कर लो ना, लोगों को तुम्हारे साथ ना, they should feel bad for you.
Yeah.
And that is what is happening.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि वहीदा अगर 100 खून भी कर देगी तो उसको माफ है.
उसको माफ हो जाएगा.
सच में.
Yeah, that's true.
And that I have understood it now after watching the show, because when you're doing a show, you are, you know, your only aim is to just be perfect with what you're doing, but you don't know how it's going to look or what's going to come out. But yes, on a Sanjeeda Bhansali set, when you go back home, I have not shared this with anyone, but you know, it's been a dream, I think, for every actor to be a Bhansali heroine. And when I saw my dream coming true, I would come back home and I would be like, my mom was always there for me, you know, to express what I wanted to share with her. But I used to pen down my thoughts after coming back from a Sir's set, and I used to write, and I used to feel so good about expressing myself. And I was like, wow, this is what I feel. And every day after packing up and coming home, I used to feel that something special is happening. Now, what special thing is happening? Now we see that, but I you know, I would see that magic in and sir is somebody who's not looking for a perfect shot. He's looking for that imperfect thing in the shot which becomes magical. And I'm so glad that people are seeing that magic.
Yeah. Speaking of being beautifully flawed as well, I feel Waheeda was still tapping into figuring out her, inferiority complexes, etc., and navigating through it. That's her. I want to ask Sanjeeda, the girl, the woman that she is today, how do you sort of navigate yourself through insecurities, complexes, and self-doubt, if you ever have any?
I wouldn't deny that there weren't phases where you doubt yourself about being good or bad.
Yeah.
And there are days like that. It's human, right?
Yeah.
We are human. One needs to think all of this to come out of that and become what you are.
Yeah.
So I used to go for auditions and look test, and I love going for look test.
How cute.
I love. I think that is one process where I can showcase my talent, because I'm also not somebody who will message a director कि मुझे मिलना है आपसे, मिलके क्या ही कर लेना है, है ना? I am somebody who would want to do my test, and rather director seeing that test and calling me, not bagging is a secondary thing, but him watching that test is everything for me.
Yeah.
To meet him like that for me works.
Yeah.
And so there are phases where you go in the self-doubt. I'm talking about the earlier days, where you go for a look test or where you don't back something, and people would say that no, you don't fit into this space because you're too pretty or you're too overexposed on television, which I understand now, because it is the medium where you are seen every day, and you're approachable, and people get the access to be with that face every day on screen. So I understand all of that, but yeah, there were days where you feel that I don't know if I'm good enough. But it's okay to feel that, because I personally I'm the person who believes in destiny and karma. Really? And if you're destined to do something, and if you believe in yourself, magic can happen and dreams can come true.
But sometimes do you spiral in those thoughts? How do you get through, like, एक बुरा दिन चल रहा है, आप उससे बाहर कैसे निकलते हो? क्योंकि मेरे साथ जब ये होता है, I probably would just sit down alone, cut off from the world, take a day, write, as you said, I just write my emotions down completely, and then I'll be like, I'm done with it. Sometimes I even burn it. But then I move forward.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody who will sit back to it. Are you somebody who's vulnerable, or are you thick-skinned?
I'm in between. I'm not too vulnerable anymore. I was. And I was somebody who would give my heart and soul into everything what I do. But I think with experiences in life, you don't become thick-skinned. But because I just feel that it's so beautiful to be vulnerable at times. It is so beautiful. You can't be thick-skinned, and I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I want. We've had people in our life, different sorts of people. They come in your life, they go, and you learn something from them.
Yeah.
And it's not about being bad or good. They are what they are, but what you learn from them and what you don't want to learn from them is your choice.
Yeah, true. Draw me a parallel. Probably not so deep, I would believe, but Waheeda's character has scars that run deep. खाली physical तो एक सिर्फ emotion में दिख रहा है, आपको view में दिख रहा है, but आपको पता है कि अंदर बहुत कुछ चल रहा है internally also. I want to know, is there any scar in your life, not physically probably, but internally, that you still feel like, या मैं deal कर रही हूँ, या मैंने deal कर लिया है, and I've come out as a winner. That could be professionally or personally.
I think, with each day passing by, I'm personally feeling that I'm becoming a better version of myself.
Oh, so sweet.
Yes. And I won't say about being scarred, but as I said, that any experience in life is a good experience for me. And what is important is I've come out of that in the most respected and dignified way, and how you tackle things.
Yeah.
So I have my own way of tackling things. I don't have to show that to the world.
Yeah.
I keep things and I share things with my family, with my people who are the real people in my life, and I'm very happy to share that. And they are somebody with whom you don't have to share. They probably look into your eyes and they understand what you're going through. So I'm just very blessed to have people in my life.
How are you so secure?
I have become this person.
You're a very secure woman, and that's the vibe I'm getting.
Wow. That's
You're
amazing.
not insecure at all, with nothing
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah, and also I think that played a very important role because I'm often asked that you're working with so many
Female characters, yeah.
characters on set, and what was the feeling, and did you feel insecure? I was like, no, for me the high was, see, now I'm somebody who'd see the positivity of working with Sanjay Bhansali,
Yeah.
rather than getting worried about, अरे इसका रोल ऐसा है, उसको इतनी लाइन बोलनी है, इसको ये करना है, and I've never been that person. So it's not something which has just happened. I'm not that person. बोल लो जिसको क्या बोलना है. And I'm also somebody who keeps my work life very professional. We like with my co-actors also, we connected now at the promotions, you know, because we got time to know each other.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to know that everyone is so different from each other. And everyone is secure, man.
Yeah.
I think it's the maker, it's the leader. I think that person, Sanjeeda Bhansali, he is an example of a true leader, because he's somebody who makes the actor believe in themselves, and he makes the actor dream more because he's so inspirational. So secure, yeah, there's a sense of security right now, because I feel that you know, God has plans for everyone.
Yeah.
And he's planned something for me, and as per his plan everything is going great, and I'm enjoying this journey. And I'm also somebody who's accepted herself. I think it's a beautiful quality, even if you're flawed, if you're not perfect, and I don't think anyone is perfect in this world.
Yeah.
And so I think I've accepted my imperfection, I've accepted my flaws, and I've accepted my journey, and I completely own it.
Tell me, what's your biggest fear at this point in your career?
Career-wise, the fear would be what would be the fear for me? Of not getting love and acceptance, probably. Because for me, I knew that Heeramandi is going to be huge, and the character what I'm playing is probably going to be loved by the audience, because we understand about the the character when you're doing it.
Yeah.
So I knew that there would be some kind of acceptance from the audience's side of point of view.
Yeah.
But there was no such fear as such, yeah. My life is just amazing right now.
Oh.
Yeah, genuinely, when you think about it, and if you ask me a question, if I have to think about the fear, that means it hasn't occurred.
It hasn't
now.
occurred to you yet. Yeah. And
Not-
that's such a good thing, because you're probably not floating in that wavelength.
Also, I think for me the journey from TV, मतलब इतने साल TV करने के बाद आप ये सोच सकते थे कि यार ये लड़की है, अपने बच्चे को संभाल रही है, अपना घर संभाल रही है, and she's happy with what she's doing.
Yeah.
And then you have somebody like Siddharth Anand and Sanjeeda Bhansali to see that potential in me, to give me such great characters.
Yeah.
So I think more than fear, there's always a scope of hope in me now. I'm hopeful.
You know, you've actually broken a stereotype, and a hard one, because you're a fighter,
Yeah.
which obviously did numbers like crazy. And beyond that, your part was appreciated. You
Yes.
were appreciated. And I believe you've said it somewhere that if you liked me in Fighter, you will love me
Yeah.
in Heeramandi.
Yeah.
And that's also because we honestly got to see, jitna bhi bol lo, screen space is an important thing for every actor's
Yeah.
journey. And you had that. 8 episodes, we have Sanjeeda right there, nailing it from frame to
And
frame.
I don't think people expected that.
Yeah, pretty much that. And you know what happens is, and that's also because I'm going to not blame anybody for it, for not accepting or believing it, but क्योंकि हो जाता है ना कि maybe चलो ठीक है,
हाँ.
stemming from the same conversation कि TV में है तो maybe इतना ही role होगा, but boom, you
Yes.
are there from start to end
Yeah.
in all of the
And
8
I think,
episodes.
yeah.
What a high, man. Sanjeeda, did you give a pat on your shoulder?
Yeah, I did. I did. I felt so proud of myself, and more than me, I think I'm so grateful for Sanjeeda Bhansali to give me the opportunity to do something so flawed, so complicated, and so performance oriented. So I keep wondering that what he's really seen me to give me Wahida, because he could have casted anyone. Because it is a character, it is one of the iconic characters where, and as an actor, you would be charged to do something like that, because actors like challenges.
Yeah.
We actors want to do something out of the box,
Yeah.
and he just gave me something which I'd never thought anyone would ever think of me doing something like this, and that's a high for me. That sir chose me.
Did you always knew that you're going to be there throughout? Did you knew your character was panned out like that for you in the start? Wow.
No.
So you went in with just conviction that I'm doing an SLB and I will kill it.
I was like, I'm working with Sanjay sir, and he's somebody who will make a furniture also act. So I was secure like that. I was like, even if I'm standing in one corner, I went with an intention that, you know, I would get few moments in the show, and I will make sure that I stand out in those few moments. But here I am a part of the whole series, and performing such wonderful scenes, and they're like killer performance oriented scenes, you know. They're like not easy scenes. They're not like कि हाँ चलो देखकर भूल जाएंगे लोग. I think that's the beauty of working with Sanjeeda Bhansali, that your characters they stay with the audience forever.
You know, Sanjeeda, thank you so much for removing time, talking, opening up so much and having a conversation. You are indeed not just a pretty face, also in your character and also in your real life. I want to see you bloom. I want to see you on the silver screen, on the OTT, on the television, dominate everything. कुछ भी मत छोड़ना, जो मिले सब लेते जाओ. So we're more greedy and we get to meet you more. Tell me one thing, what next in the next 6 months for you in 2024 in terms of have you planned out, अब मैं ये करने वाली हूँ? Is there a character you're itching to play?
No, there's no plan in my life. I'm somebody who goes with the flow.
A character you really want to play? ऐसा कोई role है या genre
there is,
है?
I've worked with the director, but I've loved Rani Mukherjee's character in Black.
Oh yeah, that would be even more challenging.
I met Rani ma'am, and I told her that she was something else in Black, and that is something I think a character of a blind girl would be very challenging, I think.
Yeah. You know, you do a great job because you actually have very beautiful eyes, like that really emote.
Rani Mukherjee was something else, man.
Yeah, she was. But I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I hope you crack every genre that you wish to and dream for. More power and love.
Thank you. I've just learned how to make this heart from my daughter.
Oh.
And she'll be very happy.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you, Sanjeeda.
Thank you.